Hey everybody, Jay from This Week in Hearthstone. I talked last week about putting together some sort of tips and tricks for those that weren't sure how they should spend their gold, how they should save up for the mini set and the new cards that are coming out. So I put together this little slide deck of some of the tips that I wish I had when I first started. This is me learning over time. The best way that I've been able to get as many cards as possible for all of the expansions that are coming out. Now, obviously as some of you know, I do buy a lot of items through Hearthstone, but I didn't all the time. So this is how I got through, and all of these still work. So let's go through it. So, Hearthstone tips and tricks before the next expansion launches. So, Festival of Legends mini set just launched about a week ago. So this is around the time that I would start pulling this page together. And number one is save gold and dust. I do this in spurts throughout the year. I still do it regardless of me buying the expansions. I do this as soon as the previous expansion mini set is released. So I've already started doing this now. Also, another thing, do not play the Heroic Tavern Brawl. If you're looking to save money, and if you're looking to get decks throughout the year without spending a lot of money, the Heroic Tavern Brawl, except for those that are really super skilled and have tier 1 decks, it's going to be difficult for you, and the return on investment is not there unless you pass 8 wins, I believe it is. So I would consider not doing it, just saving up all of your gold and saving up all of your dust. Right before the expansion launches, right around the release announcement, you'll start seeing special events and Twitch drops for watching streams or watching certain Play Hearthstone related events that come up on Twitch. You'll be able to get around 10 packs from this, give or take. So definitely look out for all the special events and the Twitch drops for that. I normally on my Twitter and through the weekly channel, I will go ahead and I will let everybody know as this is happening. But if you're also on Twitter and online and on Twitch all the time, you'll be able to see these events coming up. The next thing would be if you're looking to see if you can get the expansion without paying for it, watch Twitch and Twitter, because there's a lot of contests to get the expansion for free. I myself give out at least one of the expansion drops every expansion right now, and there's many others that do it, as well as Play Hearthstone gives content creators codes to get the expansion. So definitely keep an eye out on there, and there's a possibility you could just win it. Okay, expansion launch time. So the expansion is launched. It's the day of. What your goal is using all of the gold that you have, you're going to buy enough packs, and with the free packs, you're going to try to put together at least 1 or 2 good decks. And then once you hit that 1 or 2 good decks, stop opening packs. Try to save your dust, and try not to dust any of the cards that you have existing until later. I'll explain that absolutely. But you want to save that gold and dust in spurts and save the packs as well. Me personally, like I said, as soon as I have 1 or 2 packs, I stop opening. Once I have 2 good decks or 3 good decks, I'll stop opening right now, and then I'll start banking golden packs for the next release. Okay, it'll all make sense over time, I promise. This is why you want to start saving. So there's going to be, during an expansion launch, just busted cards. Cards that really should be nerfed immediately. You'll also see buffed cards. So if you're watching and playing Hearthstone all the time, you'll be able to look at HS Replay, you'll be able to hear other content creators, you'll be able to see some of my videos, and we'll tell you that, hey, this card is absolutely broken, and it will be nerfed. And you could just see it based on the win rates or what have you. Save those, because there's a possibility, unless they're like the legendary cards, you're going to get multiples of those. Save those. I normally do not dust any cards until nerfs are announced. You'll get the full dust value on any of those nerfed cards, And especially if you open like golden legendary cards, you'll be able to rack up the dust pretty good if you do something like that. I'll normally wait until I absolutely need something to dust a few cards, but generally it's only during the nerfs. And they do nerf multiple times throughout the expansion cycle. I believe Festival of Legends, I think we've already had 2 adjustments already, and it's only been out since like early April. So again, you're trying to save that. If your decks are not working that you originally got from this expansion, I understand that you might have to do this, and that's fine, but your goal is to save up as much as possible. Try to bank that dust. Mini set time. So you should now have at least 2,000 gold saved up with the rewards track, and the mini set is coming up. And should you buy the mini set? So when I said I bank the packs and the golden spurts, I do this right before the mini set is released. And as an example, when the mini set was released last week for Audio Apocalypse, I opened up I think it was 15 or 20 standard packs, and I opened up 15 Festival of Legends packs, and I had some dust left over from those last nerfs, and I got over half the mini set cards from those packs. I just opened them up when they came through, and I got enough to where all of the good cards from the mini set I already have, and I didn't have to spend that money on the mini set. I would absolutely consider doing this and then just rinse and repeat. Once that mini set is done, and then you have all those cards that you want from the mini set, doing what I suggested, that's when you start the save up cycle again. Okay, some extra tips right here in how to get extra gold or extra packs. The arena and the duels runs, their seasons change throughout the year, and it'll get you free stuff. So if you have 1 or 2 of these arena tickets handy, unless you're playing these modes all the time, I don't personally play them all the time, so I'll just save those tickets until they announce a season reset, and then I'll start one right before the reset. I'll start the run, and I'll save the run, and I'll not touch it once I have 2 losses. And then when the arena or the duels, when it resets, you'll get that ticket back that you spent for that run, and all of the rewards from that run. It's almost like you're getting free items. It's usually just packs, 1 pack, but still, that's a great way of getting free packs, and it's not costing you anything but a little bit of your time. Next thing too, always do the Tavern Brawl. You have a way of getting a free standard pack every week, and it's just by playing the Tavern Brawl. And a lot of these are really fun and new interactive ways of playing the game. It breaks up the monotony a little bit if you're in a monotonous situation with what you're playing. And again, it's a free pack every week. And then, please make sure if you have the time, if you have the ability to do this, and I know not everybody does, max the amount of weekly and daily quests that you're doing. Don't try to go through and, not finish everything. What I'll do is I'll try to end my Sunday with all the weeklies done. Those are all finished, and then work towards having at least 1 open slot for the new daily that comes out the next day, and just rinse and repeat. And I don't play as much as I used to play before I started this channel, so there has been a couple of situations where I woke up Monday morning and be like, oh man, I missed one of the weekly quests and I didn't finish it. So try to do this. The more that you play, the more that you will have the opportunity to earn stuff without spending any actual cash. Next thing, this is a tip that there's some people that say one thing and some people that say another, but should I dust all of my X-class cards where the class is something I have no interest to play? I personally say absolutely not. Number one, you run into the situation where those cards could be nerfed in the past, in the future. You definitely don't want to run into that situation. And then you don't know, unless you're absolutely 1000% sure that you don't want to ever play that class for any reason whatsoever, then you can do it, but you don't know what's going to happen. I would not do it. I had originally, when I first started in 2017, I dusted a bunch of priest class cards, and then I actually was using priest for a situation a little bit after that, and I didn't like that. My wife only plays 1 class, so she only plays mage, she plays nothing else. if she ever gets into that situation where she wants to start playing anything other than mage, because she's dusted a lot of her stuff to get those mage cards, she's going to be in a tough slog. It's going to be an expensive climb for her to get any of those other ones, because now she has nothing of any of those other classes. So unless you're stuck on 1 or 2 classes and you have no interest in playing that class, I would say no, don't do that. Another thing with wild cards. So should you dust wild cards in bulk? Team 5 said a few months ago that they were retooling wild for this year, and it might not be beneficial to get rid of all of those, but if you're never going to play wild, if you have no interest, even if they make it the funnest mode possible, I wouldn't personally do this. What I would do is, if I absolutely need dust, I would go after the golden cards, or cards from a class you would never play, or cards that you've never ever played in your entire time, and I would use those sparingly. Don't go through and go through your entire deck list and say, okay, these 40 cards I've not played in a while and they're wild, so I won't need to. Just do it as you need it to fit that 1 or 2 tech cards that you do not have into that set. Okay? Listen, I appreciate you spending the time with me. I hope this helps a little bit. I said last week that I wanted to get more and more involved into seeing how we can save you as much money as possible playing this game, enhance your enjoyment without spending a lot of money, because, discretionary income doesn't exist in some places. It sucks. But I hope this helps you, be able to go through the motions of playing this game without spending a lot. And please, give me some updates. If you have any tips and tricks, let me know, in the comments below what you think. And, if you have anything that's not listed here as a suggestion to save gold or save dust, let me know, okay? Thanks. Like and subscribe.